Hello my friends, Hannah here and welcome to Insta360 TV. Before we get launched into today's episode, I just wanted to give you guys a little brief about this new style of episode that we're now going to be doing as a mini-series once per month. Essentially, you might have seen a little while ago, we did a cinematic cocktail sequence and showed you guys the BTS. And we got some really positive comments about it, so we thought, let's do this once per month. So what we're going to do is each month choose a theme and then we're going to create a short cinematic B-roll sequence using only the Insta360 1R. It's November this month, as you all know, and the most important milestone of this month is probably for most of you Thanksgiving. But we are a consumer-driven society and we all know the pains of Black Friday. So we thought this would be a good theme for this month's sequence where we're showing the pain, the trauma and the terror and the anxiety of shopping on Black Friday. So we came up with this little creative concept and filmed it all on the 1R. So today we're going to show you the sequence and show you the behind the scenes, and then you guys can give us some ideas of what you want to see in the coming months for this mini series. And another note to mention, you may see this beautiful little plaque next to me here. We were very gratefully awarded our silver play button for reaching the milestone of 100,000 subscribers. But if you actually look at our subscribers now, it's a bit more than 100,000, so better late than never. But thank you so much for all of you guys for supporting us on this journey and keep supporting us. But all that said and done, let's show you the sequence in question for our Black Friday nightmare, and then we'll get to behind the scenes. Enjoy. Let's get started. So we opted for a classical Beethoven song, which is super dramatic. So for this opening sequence, we shot in 2.7K 100 FPS and then slowed it down to 20%. Using super slow motion, it makes something as simple as walking really suspenseful and dramatic. Here we return to normal speed with hard cut actions to emulate the music and also to pick up the pace. The 360 mod was used here because the deep track function allows us to easily track the motion of the laptop in post as opposed to perfectly framing the shot whilst we're shooting. You'll see that the placement of the camera is very close to the table because whilst pushing in and pulling out, it gave us a lot more foreground, which makes the shot much more dynamic. All of the scenes within this match cut followed a continuous motion, whether that be up, down, left or right, so that the overall sequence had a nice movement to it. Here you'll see some tactile shakiness and motion blur, which adds to the overall dramatic feeling of the scene as well as the hecticness that the character is feeling within that moment. The subtle use of a flash of light is used to show that time is flashing by super quickly. By complementing slow motion with fast cuts, it allows the overall pace of the video to be more dynamic. And a little tip to always remember when you're shooting in slow-mo is that always try to have a little bit of movement in the frame. This always enhances the slow motion effect and makes it more dramatic. By quickly dissolving multiple shots together, it implies that time is going by at lightning speed, much quicker than it is in reality. The orbiting shot here, we use speed ramping, and as you'll see, the 360 mod. The reason that we use this is because you have much more power in post. In this instance, it meant that we could reframe to ensure that the selfie stick operator wasn't in the shot, whether it be their feet, their body, or their hands. At this moment in the sequence, the character's having a really zen moment, so what is more zen and peaceful than a time lapse in the Norwegian mountains? So here we introduce some of our partners' footage to add some more cinematic footage captured on the 1-inch mod. By matching scenes, always having a forward movement, it adds to the suspense and teases at the anticipation of what's going to happen next. For this shot, actually, it was really interesting because we wanted to perfectly match the illumination of the light with the music, but this was very hard in reality, so we shot this in reverse to make sure that we could match them perfectly in post. Take a look here. Here we made the laptop almost like a metaphor for the music, where the pressing of the keyboard exactly matched the music. And no, before we progress, my credit card number is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad. If you're wondering how we staged all of the on-screen animations for the sold out sequence, it's really simple. We just used Photoshop and screenshotted the essential elements. So the Amazon interface, the sold out, the add to cart and proceed to checkout, and we assembled them together to display exactly what you see in the video. In the final scene, we progress from really vibrant, nice colours and fade to black to really enhance the emotional trauma and upset of the distressed Black Friday shopper. And I hope to God this doesn't happen to any of you guys on Black Friday. So there we have it, the BTS of our Black Friday nightmare cinematic sequence. As I say, this was November's theme, and of course next month is going to be Christmas, so I'm sure you guys have got some great ideas that I would love to hear. But as I say, we will be doing this once per month, so any other ideas, please let me know down in the comments. And whilst you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And a big thank you to all of our current subscribers. We appreciate it more than you know. Thanks again for watching Chase Adventure, and I'll see you next week.